And we're back.
Welcome back to Zelda. We are just about to enter a temple. This is not the entrance to the temple.
Save. Whoop.
Well, we can save, so that's nice.
Thank you.
Good advice.
Thank you, Fee. Thank you for having so much confidence in us to make that decision ourselves.
Yeah, we do know how to save by this point. We've had several characters show us. And thank you, Bacon. Don't need that anymore. Alright.
Gone with you, Bacon.
Let's find the entrance. Is it just this?
I think so.
Maybe it is.
Oh,
and I've got to use the... yeah, that's the one. Alright.
The perfectly curled vine.
Ha!
Doo-doo.
Yay!
That's a vine! You should climb it!
Additional information. Alright. Always love that.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. Grab. Climb. Still no shield. It's probably fine.
It's okay.
Eh,
Well, if you really wanted to, you can go to Skyloft on that save thing,
That's a good point.
and then grab the shield, and then we can come back.
You know what? Let's do it. I want to get me a shield. And I want to see that shopkeep again.
Yeah.
So in your time working in games, you've actually done several different types of art tasks.
Yes.
What's the which of those have you enjoyed most?
Probably the character animation that I got to do, mainly on the Transformers game that we made. I worked on Transformers Battle Tactics, which was a mobile game. And it was...
He auto sailcloths. That makes me sad.
Oh, you just didn't do it?
I wanted him to Bastion face plant.
I wanted to see Link's shins snap in half.
Transformers game, sorry.
Yeah. So it was a mobile game, and it was like it had like little chibi Transformers that were really cute and adorable.
Aww.
And they were super fun to animate. And it was also really challenging because we had to make them transform.
Ooh, that would be tricky.
Which was really weird. But I was working with another really great animator, and we kind of figured out a system to do it in. And it was really cool. It's funny because like when I was working at that studio, I really hated working on effects because we had to do them pretty much by hand. And because like we didn't use any of the particle systems in Unity, which make things way, way, way easier. But the problem was, at the time, at that studio, we didn't have anybody who knew how to use it, so we just kind of did it whichever way we knew how to make effects.
Sure.
So, we just did a lot of, like, this guy.
This guy. Alright. Gonna make your day, buddy.
Look how happy he is!
That smile.
I wonder, I think he changes his face again if you buy something?
Oh, yeah?
Maybe? I don't remember. I just remember the disappointment look.
Which, honestly, I want to see one more time.
Yes.
Yay.
That.
Okay. For real this time, I'll buy it. Okay. Oh, and this one might break too, so I need to get a better shield. Still want it though.
Yeah, because you need this one for now. But you can make the better shields later. Yay!
Yay!
I've also done 3D character animation, but never professionally. I've only done the beginning of Animation Mentor, which is what you did as well.
Yep. Highly recommend
which
that.
I very much loved, but I just didn't have the time to finish it, unfortunately.
Yeah, you were doing...
I was still working full-time and doing
extra credits, too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right.
You were doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
I was impressed you managed it as long as you did, honestly.
So yeah, I was so bummed they emailed me again recently. They're like, do you want to come back? And I was like, oh, I really do, but money.
Yeah.
Although it's still significantly more affordable than most schools are.
Yeah,
so.
if you want to study character animation, do it there, basically.
Yeah.
You can do it online from anywhere, and it's going to be cheaper than going to an art school.
It's cheaper, and it's also just significantly more direct.
Yes, it is. You don't have to study any other classes. It's like, we will teach you animation, we'll teach you it well, and we'll teach you only that.
Yeah, and your teachers are all like still currently working in the industry, so they're not out of date, which is a problem that I found with a lot of other schools I've been to.
That does tend to happen. Like once a teacher stops working in the industry to teach, then like they're not staying current on what's happening in the field.
Yeah, they've been retired for however long.
And it's a pretty technical field, so things do, like, it doesn't change super fast, but it definitely, like, if you're out of it for 5 or 10 years, new things will have come up.
Yeah. Especially in games, it's way more fast, like, significantly faster than cinematic animation.
Yeah. Games in general, tech moves crazy fast.
Because, at least, like, cinematic animation, you still have the principles that you need to just abide by that never really change. But the, I'm trying to put that shield.
Trying to figure it out, yeah. I'll get it.
But
I'll get it.
Games, there's stuff like what you're allowed to do after a certain period of time, I guess, like how detailed your characters can be, how much data your character can have. And that's been growing a lot. So, like, I remember when I was at, I went to VFS.
They got a legit graveyard here.
Yeah, and it's really creepy. Well, they've always had graveyards in Zelda.
That's a good point. They've had a lot of graveyards. I was just like...
Every Zelda's had graveyards.
Just didn't expect to see one necessarily here.
Yeah.
I expected it at a spookier place. But anyway.
It gets spooky at nighttime. When I was at Vancouver Film School, I did the game design program there, and that was probably not the best for animation anyway, because it was for game design.
Sure.
But it had an animation course. And the teacher that we had been out of the industry for like 10 years. So, like the games industry. So he was making us do things that were like, by like PS2, PS1 era qualifications. And we're like, I think we can do a little bit more than that. I don't know. I guess it was good for mobile practice, but still. That's a nice little burst that you get whenever you...
Yeah, it is. A little effects burst.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Yay! Yeah. Back to the place.
I could go on and on about schools because I have a very interesting relationship with them. Because, I don't know. I've got my soured bits about art schools, specifically just how much they cost.
Yeah, art school can be expensive.
Yeah.
And depending on what you're studying, it can be a lot of expensive study for a thing that is hard to make a lot of money at.
I think my best advice for when you're looking for schools for animation or anything like that, because like Animation Mentor is great, but the problem is everything's online, so you are just kind of restricted to... You're learning your skill really well, but you don't really get the like classroom kind of mentality and feel, like working with your classmates, working in a team.
Yeah.
And I mean, I started Animation Mentor after I'd already been working, so like networking wasn't really a concern for me. I really went just for like actually just learning how to animate. But one thing I did get a really good value out of when I was at Vancouver Film School was the network opportunities that it gave me.
Yeah.
Like it had a lot of good connections, and that's what I think is probably would be my main concern looking for a school. Yeah,
connections are definitely important for like landing that first job.
Because compared to my first art school that I went to, which was in Baltimore, it's like considered one of the best art schools in the country. It was Maryland Institute College of Art, or otherwise known as MICA. But that school, it had a very pretty campus, and it was like had some really good teachers, but their animation department wasn't great. They had lots of really fancy tools, but nobody really knew how to use them. And then on top of that, there's no industry scene around Baltimore for games or for anything. Oh, there's a friend. Oh, there's effects.
And there's effects. Yay.
They're so pretty. That's the one I wanted to talk about when you see him later.
Excellent.
I think he comes at the end of this dungeon, doesn't he?
Hopefully so.
Okay. We'll try and...
I don't even think we're in the dungeon yet.
Oh, right. There's the Dark Woods.
We're getting there, though.
Oh.
Yay.
Deep Woods.
Deep Woods. Excuse me.
Oh. That's... Doesn't seem that hard. But yeah, so when I was in Baltimore, I kind of got a sense very quickly that if I graduated with all of this debt, I suddenly wouldn't be able to find a job because there wasn't really anything around there to work at.
Yeah.
There were 2 game studios that I could remember at the time. One of which is still there because it was Bethesda. but they
I
didn't
didn't know they were Baltimore-based.
Yeah, well, they're based in Bethesda, Maryland, which is
of course.
close to Baltimore.
They started a Montreal studio, didn't they?
I wouldn't be surprised. Those tax incentives.
Yeah.
So like they had that studio and Big Huge Games, which has since shut down. Which shut down before I would have even graduated, so I kind of dodged a bullet there. But it was good that I went there because that was actually where I got introduced to game studios because they had a summer course and we got to go tour at their studio. And that's when I was like, I like this kind of place. I want to work here. But yeah, it was networking wise not great.
Oh jeez.
So, whoop. Is that guy gonna be a jerk?
Link, come on, man.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Jostle! Jostle! Jostle!
That poor guy. Oh.
Come on, Link.
Why is he having so much more trouble with this time? Because I don't know.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright. I have a shield now. This time. Ha!
There we go. Yeah. Did you go to any other schools before Animation Mentor?
Yes, a couple actually. So the first school I went to was just kind of a standard 4-year college thing at University of Georgia, which I went into not having a plan for what I was wanting to do. Kind of found I went for 1 year as an art major, then kind of found over time that there wasn't really anything in the art major that I wanted to do professionally with my life, and found that there had been a little fledgling 3D CG digital media department kind of jointly between the art and drama major departments that had since been kind of dropped by the art department and was now just in the drama area. So I went and got into that and basically majored in drama to study that there and enjoyed it. It was a very small fledgling program though. I really only got a crash course. I left there not having learned the 12 principles of animation if that
like,
gets the idea across.
I didn't even get any sort of, well, actually no, I did get some of the basics taught to me at Micah about the 12 principles, but it was in my 2D class and it didn't really feel like it was enforced. I think that was a big thing with animation mentors, that they were really, really good at explaining to you what these principles were and like why they mattered so much.
Yeah, exactly.
And they gave you really, really, really good feedback of when and why it was missing in your homework assignments.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really get at Micah. Like they would be like, "Oh, that's good," or like, "It's okay, it's a little bit iffy, but whatever."
Yeah, they got a pretty high
enough.
standard on the homework.
Yeah.
With Animation Mentor, which is good.
Yeah.
Because your work, the quality of your work is everything.
Yeah.
Come on, Link. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure UGA's CG department is a little more fleshed out now. It was pretty small when I went there. But I don't actually know what state it's in currently.
And
but.
I mean, all things considered, honestly, it doesn't really matter what a school gives you. It's really all about what you put into it.
It is. Even if you go to a great school like Animation Mentor, if you just, that is not a major that you can coast in.
Yeah, they don't spoon feed you either. Like, that's the big thing, I think I kind of realized going to all of these schools is like, you definitely see the students that just kind of don't care, just kind of like try and coast through it, but it shows in their work and, you know. And it's just like, if you really want it, you gotta make sure it's really good.
If you're trying to choose a school for animation or really any art field, if you want a very quick shorthand way of seeing how good that school is, it's not the only metric to use, but really, that's an option?
Oh, ouch. Ouchies. I like how his eyebrows animate too.
Yeah,
I
like that
up
too.
And down.
But yeah, if you're wanting to get a quick look at art schools, look at the work of their students.
Yeah.
That was the way I determined that Animation Mentor is what I wanted to check out. Is because I went to another school after UGA to start studying more animation stuff, but I had chosen a bad, the wrong route in terms of programs and stuff like that. And it wasn't what I needed at the time. It was actually a great program. It just wasn't what I needed. Come on, man.
You gotta light up your sword and hit the box.
Fine. But then I saw basically one of those annual student reels out of Animation Mentor and saw the sheer quality of the work coming out of there.
They're
and I was
amazing.
like, yeah, they're like really amazing reels. And I realized, all right, this school's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, that was part of the reason why I also did it, is because after you told me about it. Because I had actually seen Animation Mentor way, way earlier. I saw it when I was still at Micah. And I was really impressed with it, but I definitely had the mentality of like, oh, it's an online school, so it's not a real school.
Yeah, I had that reservation as well, too, at first.
But, you know, seeing the way that they handle it, they have a really good system for setting up, like, a virtual classroom to keep you organized, to keep you up to date with what's going on. And they give you really good tools for just connecting with other students. The students do have that syndrome that you were talking about where everyone's just super, super nice.
Yeah.
Like, that it's kind of unsettling. Like, it feels like you're going to, like, Pleasantville.
Well, yeah, it does. If you've spent a lot of time on the internet and you've been in places like somethingawful.com or Reddit or a bunch of other places on the internet, and you just kind of know how, like, internet interaction
Put in
goes.
the comments of this video.
Video or YouTube comments or other things. You're just kind of used to there being a certain level of disingenuous, snarky kind of tone in internet comments. And I don't know if it's still this way, but Animation Mentor's like community, who are all super nice and great, and they're all great people. It's much more like it's like such genuine, sincere friendliness and niceness and enthusiasm that it almost weirds you out at first when you first get in there if you're not ready for it.
I guess they are paying students, so they're taking it a little bit more seriously.
Oh, sure. I mean, they're all taking it seriously, and it's like, and you want that because they're all super helpful and supportive. Like the other students are going to be the people who are giving you feedback on a lot of stuff as you work on it.
But that's the other big thing too with any school that you're going to. Don't burn your bridges, because your classmates are like, they will be people that you are working with, and I cannot tell you how many people I still work with from school. Like and we know, like, the people that gave us a hard time at school, we don't recommend when they apply to our studios. Like, it does kind of come back to bite you if you're a jerk in school. So,
definitely.
You know, I think you just shouldn't be a jerk at all anyway.
That's a good practice. But yeah.
It's just like, it's something I definitely didn't. I mean, I wasn't a jerk in school or anything like that, but I didn't even realize that, like, you know, these students are the people who are going to be working with, because it was kind of like, still felt like that separation of like, oh, well, they're just students and these other people are professionals. It's like, no, that's just pretty much, professionals started out somewhere too. Yeah. They were probably students.
Yeah, totally.
And also, like, don't think of it as a competition either.
Yeah, like, look to your other students and the other students there, and try to, like, if you see someone who's doing great work, try to learn from it and try to, like,
be friends with them, man.
Be friends with them and try to see if, like, try to step up your own work to get to that level, but yeah, don't treat it as a contest.
Yeah, which is something I think, like, was one of my complaints about VFS was, at the end of the year, we had to break up into teams and then make a project, which was, like, good practice, but it did kind of create a bit of a, you know, competition kind of feel to it.
Yeah. Well, I do like that idea in theory, like the splitting into teams, doing like projects and stuff, because that's legit useful too for like leaving school. You've got a thing that you can have on your resume.
It was also really good to learn just like how to work with people.
Yeah, because you're going to end up working with people you don't like that much. And like, it's just inevitably you're working at studios full of people. Some of them you'll like more than others, but you all have got to work together.
Yeah. And I remember like there's one girl specifically I could think of who I was always like so afraid of because her work was amazing and she was really, really good at everything she did. And I remember thinking like, oh God, she's going to take all the jobs. Like, I'm not going to get any job.
She's going to take all the jobs.
Yeah, and like, I didn't even think about like, and I remember I had a friend who pointed out to me, he's like, you realize she can only take one job.
At a time.
And I'm like, no, it's not true. And I was like always so intimidated by her, but I was still friends with her. And, you know, when I was looking for a job, she ended up to be the one that helped me get my first job.
Aww.
So it's like, you don't want to like hold these grudges against people if they're good at something, right? Like,
totally, yeah.
You want to break free.
Help!
I've got to break free. Yeah, like, I realize we're talking more about school than actual art anymore, but whatever, right. It's useful stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Curse these branches that are slightly too high. Yeah, but, you know, like, I think there's a lot of stuff about school I wish I knew going into it that I didn't.
Absolutely,
It's gonna be the case anytime.
I'd certainly have done it a little differently if I was going back and doing it again,
Yeah.
but that's inevitably how it goes. It's hard to find the perfect place.
Well, that, and also it's like, I can't really complain about the path that I took because I wouldn't have been here. I'm pretty satisfied with where I am right
for
now.
Sure. Like I'm thrilled where I've ended up, so
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't do it differently.
Yeah.
But anyway, this episode brought to you by Animation Mentor.
Maybe they'll give me a discount if I actually reapply with them again. Yeah. But that's a great school. There's also, there's a few of those schools, actually, the online animation schools.
There are, like Anim School's
AI,
another one.
I think.
Yeah, I heard about that one as
Anim.
well.
Yeah. I can't speak for them personally, but I trust they're pretty similar, like, in terms
Probably
of,
so, yeah.
quality. Again, check out reviews and reels.
And there's
And I've seen
other
some of the
online
ones from
art
Anim.
schools like that for other practices as well.
Yeah.
Like Nomon is another one. Noman? I don't know exactly.
I'm not sure.
But
I think you gotta hit him with a slingshot before you go.
oh, you probably did.
He's gonna keep doing that. Take that.
Ah, there we go. And up we go.
Oh, stars and swirls! Oh, those, okay, so those swirls are actually something that we do a lot too. They're just like, it's just a flat image, but you just tell it to spawn and then just keep going around in a circle and it looks like a trail.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's like a moon-shaped kind of image and it just keeps spinning and it creates cool like swirly effects.
I guess I didn't mention it before. One other thing I really like about this game in particular is... Whoop. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, I guess he knows?
I
I forgot how you're supposed to do this.
kind of forgot too. But I love the way when you enter a dungeon in Skyward Sword, they have that little cutscene moment where Link kind of has that moment of...
Walking down the stairs?
Yeah, walking down the stairs initially. Like it just kind of gets you in that dungeoning mood. And it looks pretty cool too.
So I love the shaders that they have like on Link as well. Like, this is because he looks kind of shiny.
Yeah, yeah.
And his shadows are just more of a blue tone than like a kind of dull black.
Yeah, I like that as well.
So, like if you walk backwards, you can see his hat flaps up the other way. Or maybe it was when you went down the stairs. But you can see like underneath his hat, like it, you know.
Even his shadow on the ground is
Yeah.
kind of a purple-blue. I do not remember how to do this.
Pretty color stuff.
Eh.
Oh, there's a distortion effect on that too when you
Yeah, there
slash the
is.
thing.
Let's see it one more time.
But
Yeah.
it creates that kind of
Little
like,
ripple.
bloop.
Yeah. All right, let's
We talk to this.
lend your ear to the wise voice of the servant who brought you to the firm soil.
What?
That's a pretty poem.
Yep. He wants.
Did I?
Or did she? What?
I thought she did.
I
I heard a chime, but
yeah. Yeah, it is her. Maybe we have to be standing in the right spot.
No chimes.
She was just doing it.
There, make yourself useful.
Yeah. Oh,
The tablet says you have to listen to me now.
the iPad says.
Oh, it's already on press C. Okay, that's So
I forgot about this. Yep.
so wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I
goofy.
forgot about that.
All right.
Oh, little skull in the smoke.
Yep.
It's just like a little. That's like a little frame-by-frame animation. They only do it on one part of the effect for. So they just spawn that little bit of smoke once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of
The
here.
explosions.
Leave me alone. Ah.
Stay away from them. Oh, they're just tiny explosions.
Just. Alright. Ha! Gotcha. All of you.
God, yeah. It's something like about that tongue that just hangs out while he's dying. It's
That just
super
makes it feel a
creepy.
little gross. Kind of like. Ugh.
Yeah. Very end of Mad Max kind of feel.
Oh yeah. Even having that nice little depth of field effect going on inside the dungeons and everything, it just makes it feel bigger and
Yeah.
oh, it's pretty.
my little particles hang out.
Back.
Little dirt effects can also fall down.
Yep.
Just like,
and we just got lots of little particles just around in the air.
so like those little dirt effects are probably just kind of small sheets that look like a dirt texture, and then just instead of having 1,000 tiny particles falling, it looks it's like 4 or 5 of those sheets that just kind of give it that effect.
Yeah, this kind of poof. Oh, hello. Eh.
If there's anything Zelda's have taught me is wait for him to turn around.
Oh, jeez.
I don't remember what you're supposed to do with these guys.
Maybe you spin.
Here we go. Whoop.
Nice. Only open when the gems are struck. One's above, one's below. Okay.
Cool.
I will say for the, in the motion control stuff's favor, having enemies that kind of allow you to have some sort of little puzzly bits where, like, the angle of attacking at least makes combat slightly more interesting.
Yeah. Well then...
Still janky, but interesting.
I mean, Zelda games have done that before without motion controls, though.
That's true. That's true, because you always had horizontal
like,
and...
and down and forward strike or whatever.
Get off the wall. Get off the wall. Shoot.
Get out of here.
Shoot. I love the way they're just gonna fall.
I also like the noise that they make. It's just like more squeaky toys.
Yeah.
It's like a squeaky toy and a hiss at the same time.
See, where's the gem things? Above and below.
One of them you already got.
Maybe they don't actually mean in this room. Maybe they just mean around.
Well, you said... Oh, excuse me. Door to the right and door to the left, right?
Right.
Left. Right, left.
2 doors lead to rooms left and right, but they'll only open the gemstones are struck, one above, one below. So maybe that was the other.
Are they crystal gems? Are they always here to save the day?
Oh. It's so hard to not just constantly make Steven Universe references all the time.
Amethyst and Pearl. And Steven.
And Steven.
Let us not forget about Steven.
Come down here.
Auto aim on those guys?
Oh, nice. I didn't know I could do that. Wonder what's up here.
More spiders.
Yeah, here actually.
More spiders.
Just more spiders.
There he comes.
Don't hurt me. Don't. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh go! No, let go of me! No, spider, no!
That's hilarious.
Can I break this? Yeah. Ha! All right, where are we at? Let's see.
I do love the sword.
I know it just
so silly.
is so goofy looking. Oh no, Link! Oh, help! Oh.
And that jumping jack animation too, just like
Oh yeah, his. Am I back at the entrance?
Hashtag ruined. Yep, I think so.
Yeah, I think I am.
They are.
Okay.
Nuts.
Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Thank you. Yeah, the little hop.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, we did that. And we
went through here. We are now just walking in circles.
Those are some nice little dust effects, though.
Yeah.
Are the little particles just kind of hovering around in the air? Is that kind of thing expensive, or is that...
No, so actually how that's done is, a cool way to do it is they're really only spawning around you.
Oh.
So it's always relevant,
and they are doing that, yeah. Like, I can see as I move to new places, they kind of appear.
Yeah, so the reason why it looks like there's more in the distance is just purely because of different sizes. So, like, some of them are just, like, super tiny, and they look like they're further away, but they're actually not that much further away.
That's clever.
So there is some depth to them, like, some of them are in front of other ones, but, it's just kind of, like, a little bit. So,
cool.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ha! Too late. Missed. I remembered the function.
So is that the door you have to open?
I think so. Maybe, I'm guessing it said below. Ha! There it is. Below. Got it.
Found it. Got
Yay.
there.
Shkabams.
Gotta get back up there.
Yes. All right, we're gonna go through this door next time. And maybe next time we'll talk about some other unrelated thing to the game.
More
school.
More school.
More school.
More things that I dropped out of. Making you proud, Mom.